Hey, as a land agent, how do you handle a really small listing? I'll tell you why I asked this question. I had a consultation yesterday with a friend in another southern state. He's a land agent, good guy, smart guy, hustling, doing a good job. And I do these consultations every once in a while, when people request them. And this is the third one I've had with him. And he had one of his questions yesterday was this scenario. Let me lay the scenario out and we'll talk about it for just a minute. He goes, Pat, I have a client that I sold some property to. I think he said it was like 50 acres sometime in the past. And then they've followed up and they've wanted him to help them find a 1 or 2 acre little tract that they could put a mobile home on. And he goes, man, how do you handle that, Pat? And I go, well, good question. And here's what I do. And what I do doesn't necessarily mean this is what you do, but maybe the couple of thoughts I give you will help you think through the best way for you to handle things like that. So here's what I told him. I said, I'm familiar with that. I don't act as a buyer's agent. I mean, I've helped clients buy a lot of property, but that's not exclusively what I do. I'm not sitting around looking for properties to meet a wish list of a lot of people. That's just not what I do. I go about things a little different, but I have had that experience before. And I told him, I said, here's what I do in a situation like that. The fact that those people bought 50 acres from you in the past, they're your client. They know you, they like you, they trust you. So you've already accomplished the big things and they're calling you back for more help, which is a good mark on your character and testimony and your ability to do business. So I said, I would find a way to help them. Now, here's what I would do. If it's already a property that's listed, I would just help them go through the process of getting looking at it and making an offer and going through all of that. And just help. It's just a matter of paperwork at that point, so you can help them. Yeah, it's a little small deal. It's not something you normally do, but you're helping your client out and the property's already listed, so you don't have to go search for it. If it's a property that doesn't exist yet, meaning they're looking for something, that's a decision you got to make. Do you want to go start scouring the universe to try to find 1 or 2 acres for somebody? The needle in a stack of needles, so to speak. And the answer is probably no on that. I mean, because it's just not what we do. It's just not what we're good at. And there's not enough real juice in the squeeze, so to speak, to have to do that. So I personally wouldn't help them find the place, but I would help them with a place they've already found. That's how I'd go about it. The other thing that I would do is I told him, and I'll pass this along to you, is that I would just simply refer it to someone. I've got 4 or 5 people that are residential agents in my phone that I refer stuff to all the time because I don't do houses. I don't do commercial buildings. I don't do strip centers, things like that. And so I just refer those and I pass them along to people that I know are pros that are going to take care of my clients. And I hook them up. And I don't mean I just say, hey, here's a number, call them. I'll call the agent and say, hey, I'm going to send these people to you. Here's what they're doing. They're good clients of mine from the past. So I want you to help them out. And I would just sort of facilitate it so that I know that my clients are really getting taken care of. And I kind of stay in the process too, because I'll tell my clients, hey, so-and-so is going to reach out to you. They're going to help you. But you feel free to shoot me the paperwork. You shoot me any of the information, and I'll just look over it and give you my opinion on it and guide you and make sure you're not, stumbling off into any big landmines anywhere. And so it's my way of making sure they get taken care of without having to go scour the universe for 2 acres for somebody, which I can't do. And people appreciate that. They appreciate being taken care of. They appreciate the fact that you're not dumping them off on somebody. You're actually giving them to somebody who can do a better job, but you're going to stay involved so that you can, help them and oversee. And folks, that's gold. People appreciate the heck out of that. And that agent will take care of them because a lot of these residential agents, I fuss because they're out listing land like the one I'm on right now that they don't have any good write-up on. They don't have any information on. They don't have maps or pictures. But, little residential lots here and there. A lot of these residential agents have those listings, and your client probably would be better served by going to them because they're going to have you know, some stuff they can choose from and maybe meet their needs. That's what I would do. And another thing that I do when I pass along a referral like that, I don't ask for any money. I even tell the agent, hey, I want you to take care of them. I'm giving them to you. I don't want any money. I bring that up at the very beginning. I don't want any money out of it. You say, Pat, man, you working for free? Well, come on, do the math. We're talking about 1-2 acres somewhere that somebody's going to put a small home on. You do the math on the commission on that. By the time it's all chopped up, there's not any real money in that. And so I would rather have the goodwill with that agent and my client than somebody send me a check for a couple $100. So that's just me. You do it however you want to do it. But that's how I go about it. I'd rather have the long-term goodwill for helping somebody out. And every once in a while, those guys will throw me a listing on the track like this one that they have no business doing. They don't know how to do, and it's too rugged for them to do. And I'll end up getting paid back down the road somewhere, maybe by getting a referral from them. So that's how I go about doing it. Now, you do it any way you want to, but I encourage you, don't just blow off small stuff. Find a way to either actually do it or to get it done for the client, for the customer. Because just like these people bought that 50 acres, there's going to be a day they may want to buy some more, or they want to sell that 50. And who they going to call? They're going to call my buddy because he took good care of them. So I look at stuff like that as a long-term business investment. I don't look at it as a in the moment kind of thing. I look at it as, hey, how can I use this to take care of somebody so that down the road, maybe I can get some more business out of it. Those of you that have read my books and you've listened to some of my other videos, you know I've said this 100 times. If you're too big to do small deals, you're too small to do big deals. I have listed and sold an acre. Now, yeah, granted, it was part of a package. I had some other tracks too, but I don't cherry pick. I either take the business or I don't. And if I can't do it, I try to find a way to help that business still get done, because even though it's a small 1 or 2 acre deal, it's important to somebody. So taking care of people is always, in my opinion, good business, and it's always a good return on investment. So figure it out. If you want to be a good land agent, figure out a way to take care of the big ones. Yeah, you're going to do that. Figure out a way to take care of the little things as well to keep your business humming and growing and keeping a long-term relationship with people to do business with. Thanks for watching our videos. There's some more right there. Check them out.